We fill our cars with petrol and diesel. Some of us have even started charging them with electricity. But others in the motoring world have found a healthier option: hydrogen. This van drives on hydrogen. Technology in the engine that runs alongside the electric motor means it can drive up to 400 miles on just a few minutes charge. Launched at the UK's greenest airport, Stansted, ITM Power are a company causing quite a stir with their zero carbon technology. But how does it work?
There's this really quite revolutionary development behind me, which is a hydrogen station. It's a little hydrogen factory, if you like. You put it on the back of a lorry and you bring it to a place like Stansted or a freight hub or, dare I say it, a supermarket car park, and it sits there and it makes hydrogen out of renewables, out of electricity and water. And that has made the whole hydrogen thing come 10 years closer. We all thought it was like 20 years away, with huge tanks in the ground, great big pipe networks all over the place. We'd never get there, but it's here and it's now.
But what makes a hydrogen vehicle different from your standard electric vehicle?
First of all, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles are electric vehicles. The difference is that you put the energy in with hydrogen rather than plugging into the infrastructure. And so you can get the energy into the vehicle in a few minutes, 3.5 minutes, rather than a number of hours. Second thing is, hydrogen vehicles go further. So for a given injection of energy, you can go 400 miles rather than 100 miles. But most particularly for the infrastructure, it is the electricity company that decides when to take the power out of the grid and make the hydrogen, rather than the consumer plugging in.
So the fuel cell technology enables longer range and also faster charging times. Two essential requirements the industry needs in order to bring renewable technologies to market.
There's still quite a premium, so unless you feel very strongly about it, people may not be inclined to still purchase a fuel cell vehicle. But I think there's still a few years away, and I think the main opportunity, or in the short to medium term, will be this thing of range extending battery powered vehicles, and particularly in fleet vehicles like we've seen today.
ITM launched a year-long trial with their van with 21 logistics businesses to find out if it suited those in commerce.
Lots of our sites and depots are spread around the country. The fact that we could actually generate our own fuel at source would be something that would create a more sustainable programme of service delivery. So the on-site generation is something that's really, really particular to of benefit.
It's clear ITM Power see commercial transport as having potential in the market. At a time when fuel prices hit record highs, companies with large fleets may well be attracted by the reduction in costs hydrogen technologies can offer.
If you make that transport fuel from a renewable on site, then you have no carbon produced in its primary production, none in its transport, and the only emissions you get from the vehicle are hot water.
ITM are naturally excited. Not only does hydrogen replace an old fuel, it can also hold energy indefinitely, unlike a battery. So what does the future hold for these vehicles?
This is a really significant development. We could have hydrogen cars in some form of private use within 4 or 5 years, and we could have commercial vehicles like the buses here at Stansted, like HGVs running on hydrogen, and that's got to be a good thing. The question is, can you make the cars cheap enough, and can you make the hydrogen cheap enough? Now, if you can do those two things, tick those boxes so that you can have the equivalent of a Ford Mondeo on hydrogen for maybe 16 grand, and you can buy hydrogen for £1 a litre, then we're off.
Tom Gibson, Energy Live News, Stansted Airport.